I give the call to member for Fowler.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I present the report of the Australian Parliamentary Delegation to Vietnam from 25th to 30th of August 2024, and I ask leave of the House to make a short statement in connection with the report.
Is leave granted? Leave is granted. Thank you. Member for Fowler.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I had the honour to be part of the Parliamentary Delegation to Vietnam in August, led by the President of the Senate, the Honourable Sue Lines, which I attended along with Senator Anne Urquhart, the Honourable Kevin Hogan MP, member for Page, Ms Rachel Callaghan, Delegation Secretary from the Department of the Senate, and advisors to the President, Ms Harriet Brooke and Ms Niyat Mulugeta. The delegation met with senior members of the Vietnam's leadership and representatives of the National Assembly of Vietnam. The delegation reciprocated the guest of Parliament's visit by the former President of the National Assembly of Vietnam, His Excellency Vuong Dinh Huay, hosted by the presiding officers of the Australian Parliament in November and December 2022, during which the cooperation agreement between our two governments was signed, and follows the elevation of bilateral relations between Australia and Vietnam to a comprehensive strategic partnership in March 2024. Deputy Speaker, the 2024 also marks the 50 years of the ASEAN-Australia partnership, a significant milestone for both Australia and Vietnam. And as the first Vietnamese Australian with refugee background to stand in this House, I feel naturally proud that my birth country and my adopted homeland, Australia, have reached that significant milestone, and demonstrating how much work and dialogues have been shared between the two nations, including trade and development, regional and international issues, gender equality and human rights, just to name a few. I was equally proud to see how many Australians, including Vietnamese Australians, who have returned back to Vietnam, contributing and helping build Vietnam's civil society and economy. People like Jimmy Pham AM, who started his Koto Training Centre over 2 decades ago in 1999 and continues to support young people, largely women, to develop skills and confidence that will empower them to be productive citizens of Vietnam. We got to visit Maxport, a sportswear manufacturing company owned by Australian Nicholas Jeff Stokes, founder and CEO, and saw the amazing work they're doing in producing high-quality sportswear. Maxport is part of the Australian-funded International Finance Corporation project, empowering enterprise to reach gender equality, which provides assistance on workplace gender equality for footwear and apparel manufacturing. Another great Australian company that we got to see is QLM Label Maker, a family-owned company that started in Queensland in 1973 and is now seen as a leader in the labelling printing industry. Simon Pugh, Managing Director, warmly welcome us with to his business with his home-baked Anzac biscuits as well. So on behalf of the delegation, I would like to acknowledge His Excellency Mr Tom Lam, General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam and State President, His Excellency Mr Pham Minh Chinh, Prime Minister of Vietnam, and His Excellency Mr Trang Thanh Man, President of the National Assembly of Vietnam. We were deeply honoured to accept President Man's invitation on behalf of the delegation. We extend our sincere appreciation to President Man and his officials for facilitating the program. We would also like to acknowledge the warm hospitality extended by all those who received the delegation during our visit and thank them for generously sharing their knowledge and perspectives and friendship. We would like to acknowledge the Australian Ambassador to Vietnam, His Excellency Mr Andrew Goledzinowski, the Deputy Australian Ambassador to Vietnam, Ms Renee Deschamps, and Acting Consul General Mr Brent Stewart, as well as other Embassy and Consul General officials who facilitated the visit, accompanied us to our various activities and provided expert briefings and support. I recommend the report to the House.